Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Heart's Frontier. I'm Kate Graham, and if this is your first time here, then welcome. And if you like the video, then please make sure you're subscribed and throw me a like, so that you don't forget. And send a comment if you resonate with it at all. I love to know how people, receive these readings and what you feel. So let's see what's going on in our collective this week. So this is the week of September 12th to September 18th. And I wanted to address this actually before I got to started today. But I did record last week and then I, for some reason, didn't post it. And I'm not sure what happened. I can't remember now whether it was like the sound didn't work or whether I just neglected to post them or whether I uploaded but then changed Wi-Fi settings and then maybe it stopped uploading and I forgot about it. But once I got to today and realized, oh, last week's was never posted, I wanted to apologize and say I'm sorry because that was not intentional for sure. And B, I thought, do I bother going to look and repost it? I'm going to take it as a sign that there was some reason it was not meant to go out. So we're going to go with it and trust that that was how it was meant to be. And this week, I'm excited that these will go out. Okay, so what is going on September 12th to 18th? Okay, I'm feeling a lot of nerves. My hands actually just got a little bit shaky, which is really interesting. And that just is like an anxiety symptom for a lot of people, kind of like being uncertain of yourself, being unsure of yourself. I know a lot of people are trying to get out of stuck and stagnant situations or stuck or stagnant feelings recently. So if you are in that camp, you may want to go to my Instagram because I did do a live video. I think it was about 20 or 30 minutes long, all about getting unstuck. Because I did have some thoughts about how I generally help people with getting unstuck or how I would advise it. And ultimately, it requires action. So if you're looking to get unstuck, if you're looking to understand how to help one of your friends feel less stuck, you might want to take a look at the video and then see what do you resonate with, because maybe there's a piece that you could bring back to them as well, if it's a friend. Okay. So we have, I decided to do Botanical Inspiration cards to start off our collective reading this week. And so it says, intelligence and mental beauty. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. And I have been hearing this in my mind a lot today, so I'm going to take it as part of our collective energy, which is that we're meant to be looking in a beautiful direction. And if you were to cultivate a world, if you had choice, which we do, to cultivate a better world, what would that look like? And what actions would you need to take today? So intelligence and mental beauty is really like, think this through and look towards thoughts which feel beautiful, look towards thoughts which bring you joy, which bring you hope, faith, optimism, enlightenment, truth. Go to thoughts which bring you to truth, Then we have purity, cheerfulness, and innocence, which feels like the energy we're meant to carry with us this week. So if you've been going through some hurdles or challenges, or if there's something that you need to face, bringing an energy of purity, bringing an energy of lightness, of innocent attitude, that cheery disposition, that's really going to help you attract more of that energy into the situation. So the quotation says, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. If you are not attentive, you won't see it. Take that wisdom and also look at the reverse. If you are choosing not to be attentive to your own life, not to pay attention in your own life and not to slow down and take it in, it's going to be really challenging for you to have joy and happiness as a part of your energy. Because you do need to sit with it. You got to reflect and it's got to land in you. And then we have nasturtium, which is victory and conquest. So I do feel like there's going to be some big wins this week. That is what I was feeling going into this week. Big wins. Big wins and the light of truth. General energy. I often forget when I'm doing readings to write down like an interesting name for the reading as I go. And so then when I upload it, I'm like, I don't know what I said. really a lot of my channel videos I need to rewatch because I don't know what I said during them. And so people will say, oh my gosh, I totally resonated. And I'll be like, oh, I'm sure I did too, but I'm going to have to go rewatch. So I've gotten into the habit more of watching them kind of as soon as I post. Very interesting energy. Very interesting energy. I'm actually getting a little bit of like a headache even just now, which is not me. Like I just know that I'm not the one getting the headache. It'll go away. It's this is for yeah, this is for people trying to do something the right way. It's like overthinking doing something the right way. Trying to do something the right way is going to lead you to overthink and underact. There's no right way. There's just the way that you're doing it. There's just the way that you think to do it. There's the best way for you. There's like a truthful way for you or a kind way for you, but there's no right way in life. Someone tells you there's a right way of doing something, they are fooling themselves, you know, they really are. So this is a smart week to connect to your spiritual side and your spiritual guides and allow yourself to be cleansed of that which has come before and the things to which you were ignoring that were submerged. So we have rain, which is purification, and Milky Way, which is perspective. So once you purify, you're often able to get perspective. So I would say pay attention to the rain piece first, and then I think it will bring you to this Milky Way perspective energy. And also some singing, I think, would be really good this week. Singing from your heart and singing from your soul. Yeah, that like melted my headache a little bit, even just to think about singing. So I do think that would be really beneficial. Maybe even sighing, like honestly, maybe having more like actually vocal release. Vocal release is one of those things that could be really beneficial for clearing this head thing too. Because it's almost like just get it out of your mind, bring it into your throat. Just keep bringing it down, then face the truth. The truth hangs out over here. It's not up here. So don't try to think through truth. You'll feel it. You will feel it. You'll feel it in your throat. It's like a little weird, but I do think that's actually energetically where you feel truthfulness a lot of the time. Let me know where you feel truthfulness. Yeah. And then I would say comment below your affirmation. Sometimes I do this, you know, when I'm on other videos, they'll be like, oh, comment below this to like affirm it. And I think there is a reality to that, which is really cool, that if you actually say, I accept this, or I am this, or this is true, you know, that you actually start to feel it more, you start to believe it more. And I think when you type it or write it and put it out into the world, it even adds more energy to it. So your affirmation is, I accept the big wins. You know, I'm excited for the big wins. Whatever it is that makes you feel true, write it in the comment below, something about big wins, or I step into the light of truth. Okay. Then we have stop. We have frustration, square peg, round hole. This is like literally stop doing the stuff that isn't working. Stop going the direction that you're feeling stuck in. Stop saying yes when you mean no. Stop doing things you don't want to do that don't need to be done. You do have certain things that need to be done. There's a lot that doesn't need to be done that you're still doing. This square peg round hole is like, stop trying to go where you don't fit. Stop trying to fit yourself in where it's not working. Stop trying to chase this one dream. You could be getting more in another direction if you open up your mind, right? That square peg round hole thing is really, really the clear part of that image. And then out of stopping that, what we are left with and what we return to always is love. So I am going to do a love reading, but I am going to stop the collective energy reading for this week on this. So accept that when you step into truthfulness, you also step into lightness, because even though truth can be a little bit challenging to face, maybe if you're not used to it, as soon as you're in it, you feel lighter, you feel less burdened by needing to create the stories that are anti-truth, right? And you're not living in a false narrative. And as soon as you get into true, deep feeling, all the fears are outside of that. Like we return to love, we come back to love. And so if we stop the fear and frustrations, we end up returning to love. And what a beautiful energy to be chilling at. That's what we want to be, you know? I'm going to continue this in an extended energy reading to talk a little bit more about some of those big wins. And then I think I will do a love reading because, you know, I might as well. And I tend to feel called to do them. I grabbed some cards anyway. We might as well. So stay tuned. If you are part of the Empath Energetics, either current or hopeful or recent grads, then you will get access to this extended energy reading I'm about to record. And if you're part of the I Am Unity community, you will also get access to the extended energy reading. So you just need to be a part of one of those two kind of communities or ways of working with me. In order to get access to the extended. And in the extended energy reads, I always give a little more detail and a little bit more clarity to the messages coming through as they pertain to maybe like specific tools and tricks to get through them. So let me know if this resonates for you this week and what's going on in your world and any other types of readings or videos you might like to see from me. I'm always open to suggestion. I have a pretty long running list of things that I would like to bring out eventually. But yeah, I'm always happy to push one through if it happens to resonate or be needed in the community. So if you would like to work with me in any way, you can find all of the things listed below. Empath Energetics still has a couple spaces left. So we start on Tuesday evening. So if you happen to see this and want to get into this round, I can accept a couple applications. But once this round starts, I won't be accepting more because it feels like we need to have a closed container and protect the energy of those in the group as well, rather than people dipping in like halfway through, you know? So this will be the last one I run for a good while. And I'm really, really so humbled and touched and appreciative of the process and of putting myself through Empath Energetics every time. I feel I've grown and changed as a human, as a woman. And I feel like I've come into myself. And this is the fourth round. And I'm incredibly happy and proud of all the people who have gone through this program with me. And it really brings me, like, it really moves me to see people facing their truth in a way that's totally real and not glossed over and not overly positive or overly, you know, woo-woo. It really feels like people being people and self-healing alongside one another in a beautiful, connected community. And it's so cool and it's so beautiful that this exists. And all of the different videos and work that has gone into it over the years, I really feel now it sums up a lot of how I feel people generally go through healing work. And so if you are interested in learning more about what I think about healing work as well, I released the healing process, which was you watching me teach an Empath Energetics class. And that's on my YouTube as well. So you can go and check that out if you're a little bit curious. And if it strikes your interest, if you think you want to learn more from me, I would love to have you in this round of Empath Energetics and experience this beautiful transformation for yourself. I was actually just on a one-to-one call with one of the participants for Empath Round 3 currently this morning. And they were saying how, you know, before they joined up, they did have a little bit of fears about the financial aspect. And I can understand that, you know, I really can. That's why I always offer long payment plans if people need them or want them to make things more comfortable. And at the same time, this person said, I am so glad I did it. I'm so glad I didn't let that stand in my way because what I got out of this was way more than I bargained for. You know, likely when I run this program again, it will need to be double the price because it's just like the actual value of what is involved. And I've been running it at a really low rate just for accessibility and wanting to see people who I care about be able to join the program. And as more and more people join, I've got to keep it, you know, a really, really clear and specific, expansive journey and container. So if the cost piece is important to you, this is a good round to join in on, since I will probably even close to double the price for the next rounds. And that's just as I've been guided, and that next round won't be till next spring. So okay, that's enough about Empath Energetics. I'm going to go film this extended energy reading for the current empath folks and the grads and the I Am Unity community. So hope to see you soon in whatever capacity that is. Or if you just like being here on the YouTube, just send me a comment and say you love it, and I'll know that you're here. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.